So I'm telling you, just listen to me. This mathematically makes sense. So when you square 3, it's 9, right? So that's the beginning of the third dimension. That's the aleph. The ta is at, you have to expand dimensionally, overgapping the dimensional expansionism and dimensional regressionism. So you have to square up to overcompensate for the dimensional expansion. So when it's cubed, you have to cube it to be, let's say, 27. So 3 cubed is 27. So you have to change that to be at a mathematical ratio where it's even in a properly quasi-state, a cubed quasi-state, or a tesseract. So you have to make a tesseract of a tesseract to keep dimensionally expanding higher, to be able to attain and actually physically understand the dimensional knowledge while you're traversing higher in dimensional expansionism and convectionism or regressionism. So you have to do the opposite effect with antimatter in the quasi-states for matter and antimatter in the torsion and torque. So time is antimatter, space is matter. So that's why space is partially of materialistic time, and when you're in antimatter, time is all linear, is all one and linear and probabilistic and multiple, like one omniscient being. But to dimensionally keep expanding higher, you have to compensate above that dimension at least to an 8th degree. So where you have 8 tesseracts. So what I mean is, so where you can dimensionally expand and relativistically calculate and compensate for how much more you have to cube it or expand it or quad it or pentize it, so you can actually be able to graph the real information based off of background information from the cubing and tesseract and squaring effects. So you're compensating over the calculated point, so you can actually retain the data that is at the intersection points and more.